Okay, so you wanted to hear about my Puerto Rican tranny story.
I didn't really want to fucking hear that dumb shit, but you insisted, so go ahead. I'm just kidding, go ahead, man.
This was like 10 years ago, and I was going somewhere. I was jumping on my local city bus to go somewhere, probably go shopping. And I walked in, and there was this black brother sitting there, and this obvious Puerto Rican he-she walks in there and whatnot. But he couldn't tell it was a he-she, and I could. So this dude is all loud, like, man, that bitch is fine as fuck, you know? So it was me and another black woman, and all of a sudden she said real loud, like, dude, don't you know that's a man? And I started laughing, and he was like, that ain't no fucking man. Fuck that shit. That's a woman, goddammit. She was like, no, that's a man, nigga. And all of a sudden, he turned around and said, fuck you, bitch. And then she had like a whole tray of like French fries. So she started to throw the French fries at the black woman. I started screaming. It was funny as hell. Like,
the cover had been blown.
Huh?
The cover had got blown.
The cover was blown. The dude was still saying, that ain't no man. That bitch fine as fuck. It was funny as hell. So she was throwing French fries. And then she started chasing the black woman around the chairs, and the black woman was laughing. And it was funny as hell. And then out of nowhere, the black woman stopped and said, now listen, bitch, this was just playing at first, but if you keep on chasing me, I'm going to knock your ass out. And then he stopped and said, all right, fuck you, bitch, and then left. And it was funny as hell. And then she went to the black guy because she knew him. She's like, you really thought that was a woman? He was like, yeah.
Niggas is done, bro.
But it's just like me and you were talking about before. Like, a lot of these dudes, they're just asleep as fuck, man.
And then if you try to say something to them, they want to stay that way. They don't want to hear you.
Yeah. They just want to get their dick wet.
I swear to God, bro. Or they just want to live in their little fantasy world. I told you, I've said this a couple. I don't really talk about it in regular everyday life because I know how people are. They're totally pointless. But you would think that some people online that have access to the internet and they end up on some of the stuff that we end up on, you would think that they would listen. Some of them do, but plenty of them don't. They don't want to hear that shit.
They don't want to hear it because they're just... I've gotten to the point, sad to say, a lot of black men are just sexually addicted.
Yeah. They basically like fuck anything.
Huh?
Fuck anything, you know?
They fuck anything, yeah. They don't care if that chick has a dick.
They don't care what?
They don't care if that chick has a dick, you know?
Oh, chicks with dicks.
Oh, man. I saw the thing just now. Kanye, they're now boycotting him from the Grammys. Like, dude, is it really that...
Oh, because I don't really follow the Kanye shit, and I haven't even watched the 2 videos you did lately. I forgot about the videos you did this morning, so I still got to watch them. So, what is it about that they want to ban him from... what's that about?
Because of all the stuff that's going back and forth between him and Kim. It's like, once again, this is...
The fucking Kim is a fucking man. All the Kardashians are. That's what the KK is for in every single one of their names. Those are men. I mean, it's no topic to be discussed on that part of it, but and I always thought Kanye was a hilarious name. I just don't know why I think that. Kanye is a funny name, man.
It sounds like a fake wannabe African name.
That's exactly what it sounds like, a wannabe. That's why I think it's funny. And I remember there was this video, this TMZ video. It's really old. I think you can look it up. And it was a long time ago that it was supposed to be this fancy name that they made call them paparazzi, which sounds like an Italian dish that you eat. They call it paparazzi, the people that chase them with the cameras. So they was going after him with these so-called paparazzi, right? And they're going after him with these cameras. And what happened is the TMZ video that he was walking with Kim Kardashian out of a parking lot or something, and he ran into a pole and hit his head. Did you see that one? And the shit made it like a sound.
Funny, yeah.
That shit made a sound. That shit was funny. Now, what cracked me up is the way they kept saying his name. They said, hey, Kanye, if you want us to go away, we'll go away, Kanye. Hey, you okay, Kanye? Kanye. Kanye. You okay, Kanye?
Kanye.
Kanye. We want us to go away, we'll go away, Kanye. Because he said slam right into that pole. That shit shook and made a sound. And he said, don't take another fucking photo, man. He had to collect himself. Kanye.
They better leave that crazy nigga alone, man.
Yeah, that shit was fun. That video, you saw that video, you said you saw it, right? That shit was fucking funny, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never forget it. That was years ago. That shit old as hell. That shit was funny.
Oh, my God. That's what we call it, Holly Weird, man. These people out here chasing these hot trannies, man.
Yeah. Anytime they're using like those letters like KK and then they have Ken in their name, Ken, for any of them that have it, which several of them have it, not just the Kardashians, Ken is a reference to the Ken doll from the Barbie and Mattel set. Anytime there's any reference like Malibu, Barbie, Kenika, anytime you hear Ken at the beginning of a name, that's a reference to the Barbie set, which that means that's a transsexual. That's what that means, like, in case you didn't know that. So, like, a lot of them do this. Even Kanika Jenkins, that's why the name was Kenika. All of them have it. That story from years ago that they said that she turned up missing in the hotel, that's not a she, man. That was a nigga. So it had people feeling some type of way, thinking there's some scandal, how she turned up dead, that somebody drugged her and tried to do something to her. It was a number of fake story.
Wow.
They all have these familiar sounding names. So Ken is like, the Barbie and Ken, because if you look at the character Ken, that don't look like no man to me.
Always with the fake news all the time, man, I tell you.
And a lot of them like to use JK, JC, CJ, those kind of initials.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like some common fuckery that they be doing. That after a while you start to see a pattern.
Well, I mean, it's just like I said, now they're going to turn this into a cancel Kanye thing. It's just happening.
I've gotten to the point where I couldn't even give half a fuck.
Well, to me, it's just like their overall plan is just to cancel everybody. That's the way I look at it.
Well, like with any luck, they'll just cancel and destroy the whole fucking civilization and they won't have shit to worry about.
Yep.
Because that's what they're trying to do. I mean, get everybody to support abortion, get everybody to support the tranny shit, get everybody to support the gay shit, get everybody to go against, heterosexual or black men authority or ideas. And this is how you destroy a civilization. Gender confusion. This is how you do it. If I wanted to wipe out a set of people that I didn't like, this is how I would do it. If I was that type of person, I would put stuff in whatever they're ingesting via smoking something, drinking, or eating, or in medications that some of them are required to take, so that it fucks up and confuses them, and then have both of the sexes going against each other, convince them that killing their own babies is a right that should be praised, and tell them that gender is a social construct, and have them turning out their kids into other genders. If I wanted to destroy people, this is how I would do it. I couldn't think of a better way than this. I couldn't think of a better way than this one.
Yep. And just like, me and you were talking about before, talking about how you get these black males who just get so ridiculously angry when they disagree with you, just like a female would. And, it's the same thing with these females.
Ad hominem attacks. They start with these ad hominem personal attacks and shit. Same way.
Personal attacks. And then, the same thing with the females. Like, if you tell them that, you disagree with abortion, the amount of anger that comes out of their mouth is just crazy.
It's like if you tell a lot of these white women that you disagree with abortion, it's like you done insulted their God. The way that they respond, and it's not like we're just assuming this, or this is just from online. Me and you, like several others, have personal experiences in person, in real life, where we know that what we're saying is right, because it's like you done insulted your God. They worship death of and confusion of kids. They worship the defilement of children and women. They worship that shit. So
all day long.
If it's anything that's proper and promoting normal gender relations and normal heterosexual behavior, you can't talk to them about that. They don't want to hear you.
No.
But they call themselves women, and you have to wonder if in another life they were something else.
Huh.
Because the way they behave don't sound right to me.
Oh yeah. And that's another thing that I talk about. Like I don't try to beef with black male channels, and I will post a public disagreement, and that's how we should handle things. But just like I told the brother, the one brother, I'm not going to mention his YouTube name, but I said that he's going on this YouTube tangent these days. He's going on and on about the Pookies and black men. The Pookies are public enemy number one.
What I'm saying is these channels be misdirecting their hatred and critique. They don't never want to hold accountable where this shit comes from.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you can hold them accountable too, but you have to start. You can't just hold them accountable and not hold where they come from accountable. That's not making sense. That's not logical.
Yep. And that's what I told him, and he never responds to me all the time. I said, the numbers are always different depending on what site, what source you go to, but you got this one YouTuber, her name is Shantrastic Trill.
That sounds like a fucking man, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's weird. She says she's a black female, but
ain't no Trill. Get the fuck out of here. No. Okay.
Well, whoever it is, she posts the ongoing current abortion numbers with black women, and she said that from I think it was the 1970s up until now, it's 20 million abortions.
Oh, well, if you bring that to an everyday black woman, they will put on headphones. They don't want to hear what you're saying.
Yeah, but the point that I made to the brother on YouTube was like, yeah, the Pookies shoot each other in the street, but the black women, they do this shit behind closed doors at the fucking doctor's office. And
in mass numbers, and is given to them as a right. You know, if a woman is even married to and has a husband, she can still do it without his permission. So what the fuck is the point of marriage?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
They're talking about the ones that shoot and kill people in the hood or wherever, but they don't talk about the ones that are legally enabled and against a man or husband's word to do so, and they do so on a daily basis up into the hundreds and thousands, and like you said, millions to this day. We can't talk about them.
No.
Because that's hate speech. To talk about a murderer is hate speech.
Yep.
And that's another thing I was thinking about also. You notice how there's these sex offender registries, which a lot of the people on there, I believe that plenty of the people on there either didn't do it or was consensual sex with someone that was a couple of years under 18, which I really don't give a fuck about that. I don't care about that. And I don't care about those registries. I don't check them. I don't care. And if someone says to me that someone is a registered sex offender, I just ignore them, because that's used to try to shame and discredit what someone is saying when you want to call them that. I don't give a fuck. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is because you notice how we have a registry for that shit, but we don't have a registry for murderers and drug dealers?
Wow, I never thought about that.
Because all that matters in this country is fucking. That's all. All that matters in this country is fucking, and above all else, pussy. And if anybody want to question this, why are abortion laws legal, and still to this day we have abortion laws, if the most important thing in this country isn't pussy? It's just like somebody was quoting somebody and said, the most important thing in America is three things: women, money, and dogs.
Yeah, that's true.
If you and you know you ain't got to question that, because what do you see in all the commercials and the advertisements on YouTube and Instagram? They have to have a dog in almost every single one of them. And you know in real life, or if it's a YouTube channel, and they keep wanting to have the dog in the videos, and the woman talking about the dog as their children, you know that woman fucking that dog.
Well, We got to keep things kind of YouTube friendly on here.
Oh well, that right there I think will slide. But, I mean, when you do a hell of a lot of talking, you just say like 3 seconds worth of something in a whole long video, they just seem to just overlook that. But it's just like when I sent you that picture that was on the back of the Life cereal, and the picture was pushing the interracial agenda, of course. You know, remember I told you I sent the picture to you, and we was talking about it. The picture on the back of the Life cereal box had a family driving in a car, and anytime they say something together or together something, it's just part of that we're in this together bullshit from when the CV stuff started. But I can't go too deep on that because of the video. So like, but you know, together something, travel together, and you know, in the car, right? You got a white woman, you have a black man, and then you have an obviously mixed child in the back, and then you have a dog that's on the left side. And we already said, chances are she's fucking that dog. If there's a woman in the car, it's a white woman, you know what's going on with the dog, man.
Oh my God. Well, you remember Family Guy, right?
I never watched it, but I know what it is.
You never watched Family Guy?
Nah, I don't. I call those dysfunctional television. I don't watch that type of shit.
Well, this is what I'm saying. They openly showed Brian, the dog, having girlfriends as human females. Like, I mean, so it's just like...
Yeah, see, they call it a cartoon, but it's pushing the bestiality agenda, which I've talked about so many times.
Exactly.
It's pushing the bestiality agenda. So it's like, let me get this right. Bestiality agenda is okay. The gender confusion shit is okay. The gay shit is okay. The tranny shit is okay. But a 30-year-old man dating an 18-year-old, that's creepy. We got to put a stop to that.
It's creepy. That's disgusting. And a black man deciding to marry a legal female overseas is, you know, you better not put your dick over there. Like, you know.
Yeah, or if you're dating overseas, if you go overseas and you happen to find someone you're attracted to when you're dating long distance, you must be a pedophile that's looking to fuck children because you're going overseas.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to date American women, you must be a pedophile. Okay.
Yeah, you're just a kitty fucker. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And same thing. Like, you don't watch those registries, but I've been watching those registries for years. And if you want to make the argument, you know, go from state to state. The vast majority of people that are on those registries are on those registries in the United States of America. Nobody has money to be flying constantly to be doing crimes like that. Come on, man.
And it's like I was saying before, you have all of this, you know, this gender fuckery and this rainbow shit going on, and even abortion is okay. But if a man doesn't want to get an old bitch, if he's in his 30s or 40s and he don't want to fuck an old bitch, he wants a young, fertile, attractive female that is less likely to be ruined by feminism, and is less likely to have as many miles on her snatch, has more fertility, is more sexually attractive, has a tighter vagina, and it probably is more willing to be submissive, and is, you know, all of that. That's creepy, but all this other shit gets a pass. All this other shit get a pass though.
I had a black female. She was a sweet woman. Rest in peace to her. She passed away a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. But I remember we were working on the job, and there was this 19-year-old female. Mind you, 19 is legal in every single state.
What is she called? Like a mentally, like a insane asylum certified lunatic. What she called the 19-year-old a baby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you know someone's fucking insane.
She said, "What's wrong with you? She a baby."
Yeah, that's how you know they're mentally fucking gone.
I said a baby is an infant that you hold in your arm. She's 19. She drives a car. She has a job. What are you talking about? And
I thought a baby was in a fucking bassinet, a stroller, or a crib. That's what I thought.
Well, dude, I just literally walked away from her because I didn't even want to keep on going with her. Like, come on now, stop it. And then, you know, to the whole black community. Okay, so when does the age of adulthood begin? Could you tell me, please?
For these fucked up ass bitches and these stupid ass niggas that are so mentally insane and destroyed by single mothers raising them, the age of consent in the black community is 31. That's exactly what's up. And I'm dead ass serious. You best to not be no man in his 30s or 40s thinking that someone that is 18 through 25 is attractive. You better not be thinking that. Because these niggas will check your ass. Leave it to them. They gonna tell you who the fuck.